Low-lying areas of Forbes in the central west of New South Wales have been ordered to evacuate before the major flood peaking travelling down the Lachlan River reaches them tonight. Kenny Heatley is live at the Forbes Caravan Park. Kenny, you gave us a sense of the situation an hour or so ago. Has there been any movement since?
There has, yeah. The river keeps rising, Kieran, but it's been a slow process and it's torturous for the locals here because everyone knows kind of what's coming. We've got a major flood peak overnight and it's going to be peaking tomorrow at around 10.65 metres, they think, which is very similar levels, if not slightly higher than the September 2016 floods. Now, back then, more than 200 homes were inundated, and that's not including farmland. Now, an evacuation order went out and a text message was sent to everyone in town just after 11 o'clock this morning saying that people in low-lying areas, and there's about 800 homes included in that evacuation order, need to be out of their homes by 9:30 tonight. And there's a reason for that. They don't want to be evacuating people in the middle of the night. It's much easier to do it through the day. But it's a balancing act because they want to give people as much time to prepare their properties as possible. We were following the SES around. They were door knocking earlier. We did speak to Elizabeth just after she was door knocked by the SES, who has decided to stay because she has enough supplies, she says, to last several days if she's isolated.
I've been here, I've been through this in 1990, in 2016, so, you know, even back further than that. It does cut the town off, and back in 2016 we were cut off for quite a while, but, you know, like the town will survive this, so yeah, we're pretty strong in Forbes, we're all used to it.
It's not just the homes that could be inundated and affected and isolated in the town. We're talking about extensive farmland that's getting affected by these floods as well. And you've got to feel for the farmers because they've just been through a disastrous mouse plague and many farmers had to plant their crops twice and they risk losing it all again. We heard from the Deputy Premier Paul Toole earlier today.
Farmland that has now got waters starting to go through their crops. This means that they won't get the same harvest that they were predicting several weeks ago. It now means that the crop, the quantity, the quality of it is going to be impacted. In some areas where we see barley and we see wheat being grown, it's now going to have mould on it. So this is a very difficult time as well for our farming community.
So that evacuation process is continuing in Forbes today, but everyone is also looking at the weather forecast. It's sunny at the moment. Those sunny skies will persist for the next few days, and it's even going to be warming up. But then rain is expected to return this weekend, and the problem is with already saturated catchments and an overcapacity Wangler Dam upstream, that could cause more problems later down the track, even after this major flood peak has passed. And so the SES expect that this could be an ongoing situation for a couple of weeks. But if we just have a look around at the river here, I mean, we're at the caravan park and that barbecue area is completely under. This morning, Kieran, it wasn't. So that's how quickly it's rising, and we've still got a lot to go.
Bizarre, isn't it? Such a beautiful day there too. We'll talk to you a bit later, Kenny, live from Forbes.